So, how was your experience with AKPIS? Because you clear CMA parts, and it has been a great, journey with us. So, what would
Yes,
you
ma'am.
like to comment on the same?
So, ma'am, initially when I planned on doing CMA, I was looking for coachings here and there. But and there was many big coachings in Delhi. So, but I was not satisfied with any of them because I thought that there was no personal touch in teaching. So when I saw Shammi sir's videos on YouTube, I liked them. I liked the way he was explaining in a very personal, in a manner, the way it is taught in school or something. So that attracted me because I like this kind of an environment which is very personal. So and the confidence that sir gave that he will be there with the students till they clear their CMAs, even if it takes like 5 years. So the confidence that he gave was very promising. So I decided to enroll into AKPIS, and it was very good because he was always there. He was very approachable, and even the staff was very approachable. Initially I was a little scared, but because it is completely an online portal, so I was a little scared of investing a huge amount of money, but it turned out to be good. And since I have
So, what are the important steps, Sukham, when it comes to clearing your USCMA, any of the part? What are the technical difficulties which a candidate actually faces when sitting in the examination center, especially when we talk about a day before and at the exam center, the phobia, anxiety, state of mind, how to deal with that?
Ma'am, first of all, sir gave a roadmap. He used to give targets in his classes that, okay, by this time, in 5 days, you have to do one chapter with all the mock tests. So it was a very detailed, planned roadmap that sir provided. So if you follow that, your syllabus will be over in time. And once your syllabus is over, it's all revision and you can revisit the classes. Sir also gave flashcards and other materials as well for people for candidates to study, and all of that. And he also made me interact with people who gave exam, who just like me in the same
And I think
times
that group
timeline.
discussion, that kind of, support and group discussion and internal, support is really very important. It plays a very pivotal significance when it comes to,
Yes.
exam in the very first attempt itself, right?
Yes, ma'am. So, in even before going for the exam, night before, he wished me all the best. After my exam, he messaged me personally. I mean, but he specifically asked me how my exam went. And when the result came out, and I told sir I cleared it in one go, he was so happy. So, I mean, it is amazing to be to be linked with such people who are happy with your success, and they're just not doing it for the money, but also for
Money is just a
actually for.
byproduct. It's all about the professional commitment because it has always been a tagline of AKPS: we promise and we deliver.
Yes, ma'am. So always wanted a mentor, like someone who is very personal in explaining things, right? So yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to the exam concise structure of USCMA, which is segregated in two parts, essay writing and as well as MCQ, so how to deal with the same when it comes to the said segregation there too, especially your 30 to 40 days preparation before the actual examination.
So ma'am, I think essay writing, when in my case, essay writing was not very tough. I did not find difficulty in dealing with the essay because I was already prepared with most of the answers, especially the theoretical ones. So, in the last 30 to 40 days, there are flashcards and MCQs that the testing portal had back then. So when sir gave all these accesses, and he already trained us how to approach things. So before 30 to 40 days, I was just doing revision, and since I was already done with my course, I would take test by selecting all the chapters and 100 question MCQs. And since there was no MCQ for a test for specific test for the essay bank, so it was all, you can set a timer and you can try to complete your answers within that time. And and about the questions, if they were related to numeric questions like practical questions, so that all comes from practice. And when you're practicing for MCQs, you're automatically practice for theoretical.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
if we specifically talk about you being placed in KPMG in Canada, right, in
Mm,
Toronto itself. So your experience with the Big Four, it's one of the Big Four, right? So
mm.
what would you like to comment on the same, and specifically talking about the work culture over there?
Yes, ma'am. In KPMG Canada, ma'am, I just started like 2 to 3 weeks ago. I was not finding difficulty initially in finding job, but having saying that I'm partially completed CMA adds to your profile. So as of now, the culture is good. There are a lot of Indians in my team, so they, it's like home environment as of now. Other than that, it's good. I mean, I've just recently started, so it's very new for me to comment on that.
And I think here I would like you to comment with respect to your job profile, your designation, and how important it is when it comes to the USCPA significance, the scope, employment opportunities, especially in Canada, because you
Yes,
are the
ma'am.
live example of it.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, I am a risk and compliance analyst at KPMG. So the CMA already is a good approach to having a good designation. I'm here. People demand you to have. I mean, whenever you apply for jobs on LinkedIn, they always write US. I mean CPA slash CMA slash. There are many other things, CFA uh, preferred, and I'm glad that I'm at least pursuing one of those. That is CMA as of now, and I plan to do CPA in future. So the companies here do prefer professionals because you can get into a firm somehow. But if you want to get promotions and if you want to get raised in terms of money, you will have to have a good designation also, because otherwise you will always be an analyst. In
Right.
order to be a manager or a CEO or something like that, you need to have something that, I mean, that's valuable.
Right. So, being the risk and compliance analyst, so what the other key functions associated with it?
Ma'am, the core requirement and the competencies in this role is you have to analyze the risk of an organization and try to mitigate that. You perform various tests on various controls that are set in a firm, and you check if things are working well, and if not, you flag them and inform the the stakeholders that this is a deficiency and we need to sort it out. So these kind of skills are required, and for that, of course, there is training. But if you're educated and you're pursuing some certification or some course, it always adds up to your profile,
Right.
for sure.
If we specifically talk about the number of, level of interviews associated with the selection with respect to the recruitment and the selection process specifically in KPMG, and that too in KPMG Canada. So, what were the various rounds which were involved in it?
So there are basically always 3 rounds. The first round is always with the HR, where the human resource specialist would come to you and to ask you about your basic qualifications, and if they find you eligible enough to be carried forward to the hiring manager. Once you clear the HR and the HR finds your profile suitable, they will forward your profile to the hiring manager, and the hiring manager would then assess your profile and if they like it, they will invite you for the interview. So the hiring managers are basically the people who with whom you will be working, who will probably be your reporting
Executive
manager.
reporting manager.
Yeah, probably. So there can be various hiring managers in a team. So it depends if that is the one. But they are the ones who are actually leading that project. So they interview you, they ask you certain technical questions and your past experience. And if they find you suitable and they think that you're worth carrying forward, then the last step is always with the director and vice president or CEO, like that.
Right.
So they have a.
What are the different kinds of interview tips when it comes to the, because you are the live example and you have aced it in KPMG Canada. So, what are
Yes,
the
ma'am.
interview tips which are concomitant to this recruitment and the selection process, especially when it comes to your recruitment and selection process stage number one, that is your HR round, then your manager round, then finally the director round, right? So,
Hmm.
what kind of challenges are actually faced when it comes to each of these three rounds, and how to curb the same?
Some of the challenges that are faced are like, uh, you have to be prepared technically. You have to be very confident with your answer. Sometimes you don't even know the answer. So you should be confident enough to say that I'm not aware, but I will definitely, I'm open to learn if given an opportunity. So you have to be confident in your conversation. You have to have the acceptance that, okay, if I don't know this, I can say it. You don't have to know everything, because they are also not expecting you to know everything. They just want you to be confident and have some basic knowledge. So that kind of challenge can occur. Sometimes you can't see from the say face of the interviewer if they like you or not. Sometimes they are smiling, laughing in the interview, and they reject you. Sometimes they're
That
very
means,
serious.
your aptitude and this is also tested, your patience level at times.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
really important, because at times there might be a situation in a particular organization when it comes to how you respond towards the people, how you respond towards the situation. So it is one of the area which is highly tested in the director's round or the.
Yes, ma'am. They always question you behavioral questions too, other than these kind of questions. They ask you scenario based questions like, if you have a conflict with your subordinate, or if you have a conflict with your senior, how would you resolve it? I mean, they try to see how what will your approach be? Would it be professional or not unprofessional? So, and how logical your answers are. Sometimes people give very
Answers.
high fake
Fake
answers which are
answers.
not practically possible, or sometimes they give very vague answers which sound very stupid.
Yes.
So you have to give logical answers that you will actually do that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And specifically talking about these kind of your aptitude test associated with the testing of your patients, your technical knowledge base. So what kind of other questions a candidate can expect, especially when it comes to big four like KPMG, when it comes to the directors round especially?
In the directors round, ma'am, they don't ask much technical question. Basically, they just, because the hiring manager has approved you and they have passed you on, I mean, and they find you good. So it will be a very filtered round, because from the screening to HR to hiring and the final director, the director, if you reach director, you're like 50% selected, or maybe there are one or two more candidates with whom you will be having competition with. So you have a good chance of being selected. Directors basically see your attitude. They know that you have the technical capability because you reached till that round. So
Right.
they are sure about that. Okay, hiring manager must have done all the grilling. So in the case of directors, they just see your attitude.
Right, because
Because
after all, it's the employees, their behavior towards the organization at different points of time that defines the work culture of
yes,
the
ma'am.
entity there too. So it's really important to how do you respond to the situations, to the people, because the work culture is defined accordingly. Your behavior towards.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes even after getting hired,
Mhm.
sometimes people fake a lot. and
Hmm.
in real scenario they're not able to perform well. So
Hmm.
you can even be terminated on spot. I've seen cases where people go to the office and they come back home fired
Hmm. That's
in the
another
probation
important
period.
thing. Yes, because
Yes, ma'am. Initial 3-4 months of the probation, you are setting your image. You
yes.
have to be very, very, very particular. Do not use your phone in office. Don't take extra breaks.
So that means you are, someone is there keeping a vigilance, keeping an eye on you, how you behave during
Yes.
the probationary period, and
Your
not.
story doesn't end there because they can fire you, especially in the probation. They
Yes.
are not legally bound to give you any severance pay. So
Yes.
they can fire you at any time. This has happened to my friends, 2 to 3 friends from big fours like Deloitte. They just went to the office on Monday and they came back at 11 a.m. and said, I'm fired.
All right.
They were this also have seen. It is very chilling and spine chilling to see these kind of situations. Scary as well that uh if you don't perform they will fire you for sure.
So after all, it's your, technical performance along with the behavioral aspects, which serve as a base to give you the final confirmation after the probationary period. And I think,
Also, your attitude
yes,
in the organization to be professional and not take it lightly like you're in college or something.
yes. So basically, every organization needs to get the task, done, right? So if you are
Yes,
doing it on a timely, within the adhered timeline, and you are following the right kind of etiquettes in the organization, so I think it's
yes,
everywhere. Yeah,
yes, ma'am. Then because they are also spending money on you.
yeah, yeah.
If they're investing in someone, they would want return.
Super.
So yeah,
So that was a nice interaction with you, Sukham. Thank you so much for giving your precious time to us, and thank you once again.
thank you, ma'am. Nice talking to you.
Same here.